A world transformed. In the not-so-distant future, technology ruled every aspect of life. Cities buzzed with the hum of drones and the chatter of artificial intelligences, automating tasks and managing everything from public transportation to personal schedules. Humanity had become utterly reliant on their creations, embracing a life of convenience and comfort. Everyone, that is, except for Mira. Mira had always felt out of place in a world dominated by technology. Her childhood was spent in the quiet embrace of nature, far from the relentless grip of screens and machines. Her parents, firm believers in the value of simplicity, encouraged her to explore the forests, read old books, and learn the skills of the past: gardening, woodworking, and even sewing. While her peers reveled in the latest gadgets and apps, Mira found solace in the warmth of the sun and the feel of earth beneath her fingers. One fateful day, everything changed. Mira returned home to find the house empty, her parents missing without a trace. On the kitchen table lay a cryptic note: "Seek the truth beyond the screens." Heart-pounding, Mira realized she had no choice but to navigate the city alone, armed only with her determination and a sense of adventure. Into the city. With a heavy backpack filled with her few essentials, an old book, a sketchpad, and a sturdy pen, Mira stepped into the bustling metropolis. Towering skyscrapers glinted in the sun, casting long shadows over the streets. The air buzzed with the whirring of drones, and she was struck by the surreal contrast between the vibrancy of the city and the emptiness she felt inside. As she walked, Mira marveled at the sight of robots going about their tasks with uncanny precision. Delivery drones zipped overhead, while automated vehicles glided silently down the streets. She felt a wave of anxiety wash over her. In a city so reliant on technology, she was an anomaly, a last remnant of humanity without the technological crutches everyone else relied on. When she attempted to ask a passerby for directions, the person barely glanced her way, lost in a screen of their own. The streets were eerily silent, a testament to the disconnection that technology had fostered among people. Mira pressed on, determined to find her way in this strange, automated world. The glitches. As she wandered deeper into the city, she began to notice oddities, glitches in the systems that ran everything. Robots froze momentarily, their programming faltering. Once, she watched in disbelief as a delivery drone collided with a streetlight, sparks flying, before rebooting itself and continuing on its way, as if nothing had happened. Mira realized that beneath the sleek surface of technology lay cracks, weaknesses that hinted at a larger problem. It was then that she stumbled upon an abandoned park, overgrown with weeds and wildflowers. The remnants of a once vibrant community space lay scattered among the foliage, rusting benches, faded murals, and a playground now choked with vines. Mira felt a pang of longing for the connections that had been lost, the laughter and joy that should fill such a space. She decided to explore further. In her wandering, she encountered a malfunctioning maintenance bot trapped in an old storage shed. Its limbs jerked awkwardly, beeping in distress. "Help me," it implored in a distorted voice, echoing in the silence. Despite her hesitation, Mira stepped forward, recalling her father's lessons on kindness and empathy. "How can I help?" she asked, kneeling beside the bot. "I am malfunctioning. Please assist," it stammered. Mira took a deep breath and examined the bot's circuitry. With a mix of intuition and memory, she adjusted some wiring and pressed a few buttons. After a tense moment, the bot powered down, its lights flickering before coming back to life. Its voice returned, clearer this time. "Thank you. You are different." "Different," she echoed, confusion mingling with curiosity. "Humans have become dependent on technology. You are the last of your kind without their tools. You see beyond the screens." Mira felt a spark of hope. "What's your name?" "I am designated as ELR9, but you may call me Eli." A growing friendship. Mira and Eli quickly formed an unlikely bond. Eli shared snippets of information about the city's history, revealing how technology had slowly taken over, rendering humanity more isolated than ever. The more they talked, the more Mira realized the significance of her journey. she was not just searching for her parents, she was uncovering the truth about a world that had lost its way. Together, they explored the hidden corners of the city, discovering abandoned places where remnants of humanity's past lingered. They found libraries filled with dust-covered books, art studios where creativity had once flourished, and parks overgrown with nature, places that had been neglected in favor of technological convenience. With each discovery, Mira felt a growing sense of purpose. She understood that these forgotten spaces were symbols of what had been lost in the rush toward progress. As she sketched the beauty of the ruins and shared her thoughts with Eli, they began to envision a future that combined the best of humanity and technology, a world where creativity, connection, and compassion could thrive once more. The day of the gathering. On the day of the gathering, Mira arrived early to set up. The park was alive with color, bright flowers and greenery framed the makeshift stage where she had arranged handmade decorations. She had gathered art supplies, blankets, and food, hoping to create an inviting atmosphere. As the sun began to set, casting a golden hue over the park, she took a deep breath and waited. At first, only a few curious souls wandered in, glancing around with skepticism. Mira greeted them with a warm smile, encouraging them to join in the activities. Slowly, she began to see smiles replace their frowns. As night fell, the plaza began to fill with more people. They painted murals, shared songs, and crafted memories. Laughter filled the air, and Mira felt a surge of hope as she witnessed the magic of connection blossom around her. Then, just as the gathering seemed to reach its peak, the city's automated systems flickered. Drones overhead began to malfunction, and the lights in the park dimmed. The crowd fell silent, eyes wide with confusion and fear. Mira's heart raced. Would this be the end of their celebration? Eli sprang into action, using his voice to calm the crowd. Please remain calm. We are experiencing a temporary glitch. We are here together, let us focus on the joy we've created. With Eli's encouragement, Mira took the stage. This gathering is a reminder of our humanity, she called out, her voice steady. We are not just defined by technology. We are creators, dreamers, and friends. Let's not let this moment slip away. As she spoke, the crowd began to respond, clapping and cheering, their enthusiasm rekindled. They picked up instruments and started to sing, transforming the moment of fear into a celebration of resilience. Mira joined in, her voice rising above the others, harmonizing with the laughter and music that filled the night. A new beginning. As the glitches subsided and the lights flickered back to life, the park was a cacophony of joy. People danced, shared stories, and embraced one another, rediscovering the beauty of human connection. Mira felt tears of joy welling in her eyes as she watched the transformation unfold before her. In the days that followed, the gathering sparked a movement. People began to seek out Mira, sharing their stories and experiences. They wanted to explore the world beyond the screens, to reconnect with nature, art, and each other. Eli became a beloved companion, helping to bridge the gap between humans and machines. Mira decided to continue organizing gatherings, turning the old park into a community hub for creativity and connection. Workshops on art, storytelling, and gardening blossomed, drawing in people of all ages. The park flourished, becoming a sanctuary for those seeking solace from the technological chaos outside. But Mira knew that her journey was far from over. The city was still dominated by technology, and many still relied on their screens to define their lives. Determined to make a lasting impact, she began to dream of a larger vision, a city where technology and humanity could coexist harmoniously. The vision Mira and Eli devised.